Good evening, everybody. How is it going tonight? It's Saturday? Oh my God, it's Saturday already. Where did this week go? Jesus. Whizzing by. Hello, Fiasco. Mo, Smoker, what's up? Ooh, why am I so cold? It's like 50 degrees outside today. Wow, I completely brain farted. There's some things I was going to say. Completely gone. Oh well. We have a guest tonight. We are back on our Scambaiting guest adventures. We have the Scambaiters, the one and only, the Scambaiters with us tonight. We will chat with them for a little bit. And then I'm thinking we're going to watch the Ultimate Troll was kind enough to get the video up of me messing with a Jamaican scammer last night. So I'm thinking we might watch some of that or all of that after we're done chatting, and then get into the scam baiting as we do. I don't know if we'll have any red dots tonight. I haven't checked. I actually couldn't even get to sleep last night till about, well, I shouldn't even say last night. This morning till about 8:30 in the morning. And then I slept till about 5. So I'm still kind of waking up, so bear with me. But, yeah. So, without further ado, oh, Brenda, cheers. What a way to start. Do's and the do. Without further ado, we have the Scambaiters here. Hello. Say hello to the lovely chat.
Hey, everybody. How you doing?
Oh, glad to have you on, brother. You're one of the people I've really been looking forward to chatting with. I think you do some pretty amazing stuff, and it's kind of a lot is behind the scenes that you do. So I can't wait to really kind of dig in and see what we got going here. But I guess without further ado, I don't know how many times I'll say that tonight. So I think the name is pretty self-explanatory, but how'd you come up with that name?
Well, my boss wound up just getting kind of caught up on his manufacturing and building materials recruiting. So he told me once, he said, hey, man, this is a pretty easy job. All I do is make a single phone call and wait 6 months for a check. And so, I mean, I got him up to like 150,000 a year, and I kept on. The SEO is great. I just tweeted, what do you want me to do? And he just had a saying, steady as she goes. So,
Wow.
But yeah, so I mean, we would just wait for scammers to call in on the phones, and so he would razz them, and but yeah, I wound up making my first YouTube video, and so yeah, we've got the Scambaiters YouTube channel up still, and it's where I go at length with a tech support scammer, and so I admit that I started out with one accent and it kind of shifted to another, but they didn't even really notice. But I just was, as they used to say in Blackadder, about as thick as a whale omelet to them. And so I was speaking with a tech support lady first, and so she started. I mean, she was like, eventually, no, and so I was just like happily babbling on anyway. So she got me over to the supervisor, and he was a bit more shark-like and focused. So I started telling him that I was a business owner that was very much in need of getting back to regular operations. So I said that I was willing to pay $1,000, because he said at that point he got so discouraged. He said, "All right, sir, goodbye," and I was able to just reel him in a little bit, and then I told him that I had a special credit card reader on my computer and all this stuff, and so he was starting to get irritated again. And I mean, we were just like sounding like um, two business owners or supervisors, well, an owner and a supervisor just going toe to toe with each other. And I was improvising like crazy and actually like pushing buttons on this guy, which I thought was amazing because I'd never had any kind of experience just headbutting verbally with somebody that was this devious and interested in my financial doom anyway. So so I got that one up, and after a while my boss became sick with Lyme disease, and so he kind of drifted off as an art and became an artist. And then I met my friend on the West Coast off skew, and we're just kind of like Laurel and Hardy. He really is the bank account nuker. He's the account nuker of any kind of scammer account that needs elimination. Usually hosting or like he can get a Bitcoin report out on something, or I mean, he did have contacts with some of the big payment providers anyway.
Right.
And so he has more access lately to scammers that get back to him and just flood his inbox. And so what the pipeline is that he will send me almost like assignments, just things to do, really. But I've developed two main characters. So the darling of everybody except for the scammers is a photo that I found on Pixabay of a nerdy kid from the 1980s in a white and Christmas colored sweater. And so I wound up using this photo because they were full rights, and the gentleman Doug that provided it, I just want to say thank you so much for doing this, because he fills a niche here. But I decided to just name him Herbie Simplex Jr.
So there's two of you then. So it's you and your buddy out on the West Coast. It sounds like he's kind of the technical side of it, and then you dig in and you give him hell. Then is what it sounds like. Yeah.
I seem to really have more of a gift of actually just discouraging them, or just having them look at themselves and say, "What am I doing with this bizarre, not getting it person?" And so so off skew will go ahead and send me just all these great emails, and what will happen is I'll kind of use a little bit of a verbal foothold, like if they for example offer me, mistakenly offer me $22.5 instead of 22.5 million. Like I just went off on a tangent with them and saying, "Hey, mister, even though I'm 12 years old, I know that, the $25 you want is more than 22.5. It's like, why would you want me to lose $2.5? And so Herbie just has all these little quirks in his spelling and stuff. And like the thing that drives off skew crazy with laughter is how he misspells things like payment. He spells it like pay mint, like the candy,
like a mint.
Attachment. And then he always calls it doolars, DOOLARS instead, and he spells money MUNY. Oh, I have to say, A.A. Milne probably spins in their grave every time. Just 'cause it's so close to Winnie the Pooh and Honey.
That's a great character. I've listened to a little bit of it, and it's a crazy fun character because it's actually a great thought out character, because the scammers like to go for easy targets, and they probably see this little kid and they're like, "Oh, this kid's got to have some money. We can easily get some money out of this kid." So it's actually well thought out.
Thank you. Yeah, it was just a persona that just kind of coalesced relatively quickly anyway. And so yeah, speaking of having access to money or Mooney, his dad Herbie Simplex Senior is a single parent and an aloof um, industrialist who um, does occasionally butt his head in and say horrible things to Herbie, and then just like offer him money to go away and stuff. So that's where when the scammer starts kind of balking or thinking, yeah, I'm just dealing with some little peanut of a kid, can't even tie his shoelaces. That's when I just casually start mentioning, how Herbie's dad can help him get some more money and stuff. And
Ah.
Oh, but actually, if I could just briefly mention,
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm not sure if you may have seen it online, but one scammer wound up making a fake credit card with Herbie's full name, Herbie Simplex Jr., on it.
You're
Had a number
kidding
on
me.
it, a chip card, yeah. And I mean, I saw a tip of somebody's finger in the photo and stuff, but yeah, um, it was something where we got the front and the back of it, and we used that card all the time. And it's hilarious. I mean, it was just a godsend. And
Wow.
amen,
Wow. You
Bettis.
know,
Yep.
Scambaiters don't get gifts like that often. Talk about a real tool
No.
you could use there. Did it look? How's it look? Did it look? I don't think I've seen it. Does it look really good or?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and repost it on the Scambaiters on Twitter very shortly. In fact, if I just could have a second.
Yeah, go ahead.
And
See if I can
yeah,
pull that up.
thanks. And so the other thing that has been a gift actually with Herbie is just technology. I hope you can still hear me okay.
Yeah, you're good.
All right, good. So yeah, the stick nodes, it's an animation tool. The guy that created it just like shakes his head every time I post things involving Herbie or somebody else. And definitely, have you seen the Cuckoo play cart yet? I think you have, right?
I've seen parts of it. I didn't. Well, I had it on in the background, and I was trying to pay attention to that and something else. So I've
Yeah.
seen parts of that one. That's another really good one.
Thank you. Yeah, my poor friend Carrie took a look at that, and and she said, I can't unsee this. So, yeah, it's definitely it digs at a scammer, but anyway, there was there have been a couple of um Herbie animations where he's just really basic, and he just has these little triangles, green and red triangles on a white sweater and stuff. So that was our first attempt to kind of get away from poor Doug, who wound up providing the first Herbie Simplex picture. And then after that, a couple of months ago, just on a lark, I started into Midjourney, and I thought, we should get with the times here and get like a good, 3D looking avatar of Herbie instead. And so the thing is that Herbie is kind of he's a little bit needy and a little bit lacking in his life. So he's a little frantic in all that he does, and it's kind of something I think that gains sympathy from both listeners and scammers. Um, what I did was I uh, uploaded the picture from Pixabay, and then I ran it through Midjourney, and you can choose pretty much any style of any artist, and you can influence what you're uploading with that to get a final result. And so I put in that nerdy picture with a style of Jack Kevorkian.
Oh my
So,
God. Oh, that's
so he,
great.
thank you. Yeah, so he doesn't. So it's not like there were bones popping out or anything, but there's a certain gauntness and a certain hauntedness
Yeah, there is.
in
There
the
really is.
yeah. So I think we still got that up on the as the avatar for Herbie Simplex Jr.
Yeah,
Um,
I've got it up on the screen. It's like almost the shading and like the cheeks and the eyes are
yeah,
really kind of big, and they almost have a really almost a demented look to it, but yet he looks so innocent and simple.
yeah, like he's still ready to go off at any second too. So
There's no soul behind those eyes. There's no soul behind those eyes. So, in your background then, like what would you say I know you do some art, and we're going to get into that as well because I think your art is amazing.
oh,
Um,
thank you.
but so what would you say in your background, educational work experience that have kind of influenced your scam baiting?
Well, my wife was a tremendous supporter of every little thing that I did. I started out building an app for her based on the 1980s text adventure, and I saw that through for. And then she became amused by Herbie as well. So that was a big part of it. I I lost her due to family abuse way back, and a practitioner that was a little bit sloppy. So I I just go on every day, just knowing that she would be very happy to know that I'm here, and I hope in the grand scheme of things she does somehow know I am. But
I I
um,
would I would bet my life that she's watching Herbie every minute and just laughing her butt off.
oh, thank you, thank you. So yeah, my and my boss, my original boss was very good because he was very subtle in his negotiations and the way he handled scammers. So I mean, he would just bat them around playfully almost, and so that was kind of the the counter manipulative phase anyway. And
Hmm.
then I wound up evolving Herbie as a way to push buttons kind of by being distracted, but at the same time dropping hints that he still had money that he could get to the scammer and stuff, and then at the same and then shortly after punctuate it with just really distracted, really humorous wordplay and just really wild out there juvenile assumptions. So it would
Hmm.
alternate back and forth and just waste time. But um, there have been some great influences from DVR,
Hmm.
Pierogi, Scammer Payback. Wait, not Scammer Blaster, rather.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and yeah, I just want to give a shout out to him and wish him well in his fight to clear his name. Um,
Yeah, yeah. He's going through some shit right now.
Yo,
Yeah. Yeah. Great scam baiter too.
yeah,
Just you know, there's going to be mud when you hit a certain level of success. There's always going to be some mud coming from
yeah.
somewhere, and um, so we know that you and your boss kind of is how you got into this. How long have you been baiting?
Um, well, I really started in 2015. I took some breaks and I'm still re-emerging after my wife got really sick and then passed. But yes, off and on, mostly on since 2015. So,
Oh, so
um,
you're a pro, man. You've been doing this for a while.
thank you. Yeah, I would like to be able to get into an escalated capacity doing this. But I think the nature of my partner and I is to right now um, just nuke a lot of addresses behind the scene, and then for me, I am generating a lot of comic material still with Herbie. So my role, and I I don't mean this figuratively, but it is honestly to make somebody doing this stuff just consider another career path.
Oh yeah.
Just through mind melting stuff. And the other thing is, um, we did have a few other characters start to evolve too. I lost my email accounts on mail.com just from non-use, which is a bummer. But we had a legal secretary of a business named Are You Wanna Bender? And so she was a no-nonsense, financially oriented administrator, and she would she'd go ahead and either completely puncture holes in somebody's writing and offers, or she'd make it sound like she was preparing like millions of dollars, and then at that point they would get so frantic and they'd keep on responding and begging and pleading and stuff, and then I would just wind up just dropping a verbal H-bomb on them after, just saying, hey, there is no Bender legal tender company. I mean, it's like, come on. And so there was that, and then there was Ed Cramden. So that was like a combination of the honeymooners,
Yep.
Norton and Gleason. He was kind of a lot like Norton, minor real bit player compared to our latest offering, Donald K. Terrors. He he is a and I saw your ground rules, but we'll just say that he's a criminal and a very I guess he's the American. How do you pronounce his name? Is it Prigozhin or Prigozhin?
Oh, yeah, yes, I know. I can't even say that word myself.
Yeah, so he's a combination. Yeah,
that's so. What in these? Okay, so you've got a host of characters. What kind of scams are you usually looking to deal with?
Yeah, we usually get email scams offering the usual
Tech support.
10 million to whatever. I just really like anything lately where I can just kind of puncture like one or two holes in their argument or their proposal, and get them a little fired up, because I still sound like I'm interested, at the same time taking a swipe or two for the audience.
Mm-hmm.
So the main thing is I'm looking for gift card scammers and iTunes gift card scammers. Usually those scammers that do send those emails for 10 to 20 billion for just a $25 iTunes card. So at that point, I just send them the cuckoo play cart, and that video just melts their eyes. And I do have to compliment scammers from the eastern part of the world for just being very polite, because I'll send that, and then I will just, either they're very polite or very dumb or both, but I will get a response that says, "What is this?" And it sounds like the kind of "what is this" like when your father found out you're doing something nasty at school,
right,
or whatever. Like they would take you in a room and with a switch or whatever.
What did you do?
Yeah, and that's all they get. And the thing is, like, I just unload like salvo after salvo of memes and stuff at them, and they're like ready to just like face palm by the time I'm done with them.
So what would you say then? And I'm horrible at transitioning, but when you're baiting, what's the hardest thing for baiting for you, and what would you say is the easiest aspect of it?
I would say the hardest thing is to keep it going without just dropping a verbal nuke on them early on,
Hmm.
because they just, of course, give you so much ammunition. Um, but the easiest part, I think, is actually using Herbie. And again, Donald Terrors he's like his own. He's like he's the combination of John Wayne Gacy and I don't know, maybe, well, and then like a HelloFresh consultant, like like his running gag. I'm sorry, HelloFresh. He's not really. We'll call it Mellow Fresh, but
Mellow fresh.
what he does is he will send just something that is so completely vile and like alarming and upsetting and just, oh my goodness, I didn't know you could do that to that and combine it with that. But I mean, he will. It's like the stuff that I do come up with for him just surprises me sometimes. Um, but my point was, oh yeah, and but the thing is, he's balanced as well with a bit of humor after that, just a light bit of humor. Like he talks about, like, let me see what his last um just posting that card for people real quick.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna pull that up.
Yep. So it's something like, let me just get my emails here. So yeah, and off skew just goes ahead and I mean, there's never a shortage of work um, for targets to scam. It's just that they're all in that kind of um,
Oh my god, this is better than my fake card.
what
Wow.
yeah, they really put some love and TLC into that. So
They really
um,
did. For a scammer,
yeah,
nonetheless.
yeah. So and yeah, I mean, it's expiring in 2024. So anybody that wants to send out a fake card to a scammer, just click on that and download it or take a screenshot of it or whatever. But that was really, really a godsend. So
I might even be able to take this and change the expiration date for you, so you got some more use out of it.
oh yeah.
And I know, well, I know. Okay, so this is actually a great transition. We've been talking about the scam baiting, but I know you do a lot of art, and I really kind of want to talk about that too because you're an absolutely incredible artist. So, what kind of art do you do first? I guess for someone who's not aware.
Well, I've been making it on Midjourney primarily, um, and the amount of variety and flexibility and the output of that platform is utterly stunning. I mean, I had a series of beach pictures that I got together, and I mean, they just look like the perfect retreat and everything, and each one of them just took, like, I would say probably maybe 10 to 15 seconds to generate, and even fine tuning takes about like a minute and a half at best. Sometimes there are some concepts that the computer understandably doesn't understand right off the bat, so that's where um, you really have to change around your text and stuff. I was doing a picture for Carrie, and she and it just was it reminded me of a story called Empire of the East, and there was a segment where um, this peasant boy, this peasant turned rebel leader, had to escape over a wall, and there was a genie, but the whole setting was science fused with magic, so he had to explain to the genie how to create a hot air balloon, and he started out like with iron and stuff. Like he created um, like an iron balloon with a very thin uh, shell and stuff, and he kept on just creating and destroying it right in front of him. And of course, he was using chemistry and all the laws of physics that he could guess about. And finally, he created a lighter than aircraft, and he sailed over the wall in a balloon. so,
Oh my.
yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah.
kind of it.
You mentioned
I
Carrie. I think she's actually in the chat. Here's his art is great. I own a piece. Yeah, that's awesome. He's working on an idea I recently gave him. Oh, what are you working on? That Care Bear says she gave an idea and you're working on it.
Yep. So yeah, just a picture of a reunion kind of, and it was going to be kind of down a a foreground and a background, and so it was kind of like in a heart shaped tunnel and stuff, and so and like I was thinking earlier, the way to get Midjourney to work around some of those more complex things is what I call human splaining. It really is like trying to teach a child at some points with the nuances of language, how you can do one thing and then not do the other. So please and thank you. So.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. So you're doing a lot of digital art then, and I'm looking through your feed here, seeing if we have an example. Oh, here's some. Are these the yellow? The
dwoofers, yeah.
Yeah, those are yours, aren't they?
Yeah, yep, they are.
Let's pull that up.
Thank you. Yeah, I don't know why I was so blessed to get that one 1950s base anyway, but I was just tinkering around.
Those are beautiful.
Thank you. Yeah, it's like this really great mid 50s, early 60s kind of a vibe to it. And so when I first got it, there was like a bunch of almost non-human, I mean, they were like almost like 1940s abstract artistic things that you'd see in a children's book, like little creatures. But then after a while, I just started fine tuning it, and it got kind of cat-like and stuff. And there's just this one base dwoofer, and he's got like a cat, or he's got like a dog-like head, and he's got a suit on. And I found that I've been able to just create stuff like from Valentine's Day to St. Patrick's Day. I created a barista, sumo wrestler, traffic cop. So yeah, it's so I'm really looking to get the dwoofers going, and that ties into my main series right now, which is about 4,000 strong. It's messed up restroom series, restroom signs rather. So I started with one that just looked like an archway, and it had no text in it, very stark and simple. And so what I did was I set up a parameter to have it change ever so slightly, and so it almost was dull in the beginning with all the tiny changes. All it said was restroom actually, after a while, but then like the lettering started to get a little subtle, like it would fail to spell restroom. It would be like,
oh, we lost you.
Is in the sign.
Oh, there you are.
And so yeah, and so it would get to like signs that would say like Resto Ramanon or something like that. And it just had like this really crazy feel to it, and things would get more and more unsettling and bizarre. And like I like to say, I think about 1,500 signs in, like the color started changing, but the stick figures all got together in one illustration, and they were watching TV, and there was a stick figure on this flat screen TV, and it just blew my mind. And so I mean, I've got again, like about 4,200 pictures that I'm looking to get going. I got 15 up on my OpenSea right now. So I'm
What's a link? I'd love to share a link where
oh yeah,
people could actually go and get these. If you want to
sure, yeah,
drop it on your Twitter if you would, and then I can just drop
yeah,
it in my chat.
yeah, absolutely.
Oh
So
my god, look
posting
at
that
this
right.
Herbie. Oh, it's the one where he's got like the cheetah or the leopard helmet on.
Yeah, he's supporting Ukraine for the Leopard tanks and stuff.
Oh, this is adorable.
Thank you.
Oh, this is
Oh, all
good.
right. Got that pasted. So yeah, my OpenSea.io username is Dwooferman, like Woofer with a D. Um, that's just the name of all my mascots. So I've been just focusing on getting like 16 restroom signs out now. I've been slowed down a little bit because I've been putting in like fragments of stories and stuff about these haunted restroom signs and stuff.
Oh, look
Um,
at all these signs. These are sweet.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I mean, there's there is just this basic format right now for them, so I'm thrilled that you like the basic variations of them anyway.
Yeah, yeah. No, it's not just you can see. Yeah, you can see the similarities between them, but then they all have a different language or image or whatever you want to say. And this is interesting. I'm gonna have to break out my
Thank you.
crypto. I have to break out my
Oh
crypto.
wow. Oh, that would be cool. Thanks. So yeah,
Wow.
and yeah, like over a couple of hundred things. I mean, the changes like just blow your mind. And in fact, there's also I mean, this is the better example of how this AI is just so deep right now. Um,
Oh, Discord kind of. There
yeah.
you are.
Oh yeah.
Sorry, Discord's kind of doing its thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So to better illustrate the craziness that you see in these restroom signs, um, there was a series that I had with just a person in the foreground, and so as things started changing, I went into what was called fast mode, which is where the computer will generate things within 3 to 5 seconds for a monthly fee anyway. And so what happened was I was generating this stuff, and it was kind of changing, and you could see the nuances that the AI was trying for. Um, and so that was great. Like there was actually stuff in the background that was changing, like the art was coming to life, and at one point reaching out to touch the person in the front. But the craziest part of it was where she wound up getting like a flat face and like an ink tone color, like black and white,
Mm-hmm.
like out of nowhere. You're looking at like somebody that's like happy and healthy and vibrant, and just all of a sudden you get this weird, creative, um, unlimited kind of variation. I mean, a variation not limited by human prejudices or, I can't do this. The computer was like, all right, we'll go ahead and set it up like this, and maybe I can just go ahead and post it real quick. But yeah, it just blew my mind. And then like you can almost see like these creations just kind of scuttling around and doing like weird stuff, like just one frame at a time. And it's really like a terrifying stop motion where you're the one that's like pressing the button to see them, but you just can't stop.
Yeah. Wow, dude, this is amazing. Carrie shared your Instagram. You have some amazing work up here. This is incredible.
Thank you. Yeah, there was one that reminded me a lot of my wife. Actually,
Mm.
she dealt with illness a lot, and there was one I did a series of. I was trying to get a skeleton with a fishbowl for a body, and so it kind of didn't listen, and I'm really glad it didn't because it just created a hooded figure in the foreground, and there was just this massive, bony, primitive, skeletal figure in the back that was aquatic.
Yeah, it's just like, is it this green looking? Is it this one? I don't know. You probably can't see the screen, but I think I found it.
Yeah, it's good, and she's holding like a bunch of colorful, like nodes and colorful, like sponges, or almost like sea sponges, and they're just kind of glowing softly, and the figure is right in the right in the foreground, just like in mourning and stuff. So let's see. It's going to be a way back to get to this one, but I'll just post. Let's see. I'll just post one of my St. Patrick's stage woofers for everybody in the meantime. There you go. So.
Oh, look at that one.
So, yep. Feel free to download, guys. That won't be an NFT. It's those clovers are in need of work, so it's a work in progress. But
I don't know. I think
everybody.
I don't know. I think you could still drop this one as an NFT, though.
Yeah. I'll go ahead and delete it and stuff. So.
Wow.
But thank you kindly about the art.
No, this is amazing shit. We could talk about this for a few hours almost, but I am actually running out of time, brother, and questions as well. It has been absolutely a pleasure chatting with you. I've really been looking to chatting with you and just learning more about what you do, because you are so incredibly talented on so many levels, and it's I don't want to say it's envy, but damn, I'm jealous.
I truly appreciate it, and I saw the instructions to speak to Hatch. I know you as HTH.
Yeah, everybody calls. Well, I guess everybody knows me as Hatch.
Forgive me for the late. Okay.
Yeah, everybody just calls me Hatch. But let me put the OpenSea link back in the chat. And does he have an Etsy? That's a great question, Brenda. Do you have an Etsy page?
Yep, it's Odd Art for You, like ODDARTFORYOU. And so I've got some doofers I'm working on. So I got like one or two listed. I'm going to be working on these NFTs because that guy wanted to promote them to 16,000 followers. So
I biffed the Etsy link, but if you share it on your Twitter, we'll direct people over that way for sure.
Oh, cool. Thank you, Sam. Thank you so much. And it's been great speaking with a fellow Scambaiter for sure.
Yeah, absolutely, man. You take care of yourself. We'll be in touch, and I'm definitely going to break out some Ethereum and grab some of these restroom signs. These are amazing. Oh, and I saw the children's book too.
Oh yeah,
The Glowing Freddy. That one absolutely intrigues me as well.
That's just a beautiful work of art from my wife. She was very, very smart as a child and just carried that through her life, and she made her own little original story. So it was about a frog that ate some fireflies, and I'll just leave it at that so as not to spoil it all.
I'm gonna definitely pick this one up, man. But well, I suppose that's about all I got for you. You take care. Thank you again so much for coming on, and we'll chat again sometime, man.
All right, all the best. Hey, everybody out there.
Yeah, go ahead. If there's anything else you want to shout out, man, go for it before I cut you off.
Oh, good. I just want to say, don't believe the scams.
Yeah, exactly, right. All right, brother. You take care, all right?
All right, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Wow. I didn't even... Okay, that was a complete surprise to me. We were chatting a little bit before the stream, and he had mentioned his art. I of course, knew about his wife. He did lose his wife, and that would be rough for anybody to go through. And so this guy, I don't really know him, but he holds a huge place in my heart. So I'd encourage everybody, if you can, go grab some of his art. If you're not into NFTs, this would be a great place to start and support an amazing guy. I'm really serious. I want to see if I can grab this Glowing Freddy book, because I can see they actually offer it in a book format. I'll have to dig around some more on my own time, but God, I could just sit here all night and look at this. Grief, music of mourning. Oh, that's beautiful. Wow. Just amazing. Okay, so wow, my brain is completely sidetracked from what we were doing. Exclamation point guest. We'll bring up the link to his Twitter and his YouTube. You should be able to find links to all this stuff out there. Yes, definitely support the small artists. There's some incredible, and as much as I hate to say it, my ex-wife is an artist, and she does some amazing work as well. I'm not going to promote her though, for various reasons. But give me a few minutes. I want to come back, get things set up. I went to watch a little bit of the video we did with Ultimate Troll last night, because I went and watched it again, and it's absolutely fucking hilarious. I almost pissed my pants listening to it. I couldn't believe that was me. But give me about 5 minutes. We'll get stuff set up. We'll come back, watch a little bit of the video. It's 45 minutes long. I don't know if you guys want to sit through all of it, even though it's constant, nonstop action. Like, me and this guy, we were going to town on each other. It was hilarious. So we will come back. We'll watch some of that, and then we will jump into some Twitter baiting. So, for 5 minutes. All right, I'll be right back. Hold the phone. Okay, I have returned. Yep. I need to be here. All right. Okay, that was a great interview. Every Saturday we chat with somebody different, and every Saturday I'm absolutely blown away by everyone's skills and abilities um most of these scambaiters, I don't know if I'm the exception or maybe me or Pierogi or Kit, we're doing this as our main work. But a lot of these scambaiters, Ultimate Troll, Paul, Art, they all have day jobs, and they all have other hobbies and things they enjoy doing. And you don't sometimes get to hear about all that stuff. And so that's kind of another thing I've been trying to incorporate into my interviews with these scambaiters, is to see what else they do, what other skills they have, what backgrounds they have, what do they do for a living. It's just kind of it's really fascinating to me to hear all their stories and their hear about their lives and everything outside of scam baiting, because we see the videos, we know what they do, scam baiting, but you don't get to hear about a lot of the other stuff. Like, I would guess there's probably a lot of folks that didn't know that he was an artist. Before I really started delving into his stuff, I didn't honestly know much myself. But after tonight, I'm absolutely just floored by his gift. He has a gift. Like, it's so fascinating. Exactly. So as promised, I want to play some of this again. I don't know if you guys want to sit through the full 44 minutes, even though it's worth it. But you can go on to Troll Stream and check it out. Let me put the link in chat to the full one, and we'll watch we'll check out Troll's quick intro. We'll watch a couple minutes of the beginning. Then I want to jump to the voodoo stuff. Absolutely hilarious. And just kind of let it roll through some of that. And then we'll jump into some Twitter baiting then. So but Troll does a great job. What a great dude. What a funny dude. Like, he did so well of kind of guiding the argument between me and the scammer, and it just came out absolutely fucking priceless. So let me see if I can get the volume right here.
So in this video, I actually collaborate with a guy named Hatch. He does Twitter scams, and actually I put his information down in the description. He does an awesome
There's a
job
lot of yelling,
Jamaican
so
accent.
I'll have to watch and maybe kind of turn it down a little bit when there's some of the yelling.
Because typically these guys come from either Africa